hat, beanie.
All right, congratulations, meaningful. Let's jump into the award show now that we're done with the giveaways. We might do a couple more at the end of the night.
Yeah. After the awards and whatnot. Before we get into the awards itself, we want to just list off league leaders.
Okay.
Something that was cool. So league leader in KD goes to Nice Maradona with a 1.71. Excuse me. You know, you guys should have been able to see that just from the top 10 list. That one, and we said that earlier, so that one you guys know. League leader in hill time with 14 minutes and 27 seconds. Slinksy, really nice job. He did well tonight too. So gotta give him props.
Yep.
He stepped up in that hard point, and he dropped 20 kills in the uplink, 21. So, good, nice job. Played that OBJ role that we knew he could.
Yeah.
Kills goes to Wired Terror. He had 403 kills.
I think he's the only player with over 400 kills. That's
only
incredible.
only player with over 400 kills.
Wow.
Uplinks with 22 uplinks. The next closest was 18. So the league leader with 22 uplinks is actually Booster Flames.
Booster Flames. All right.
Slid under the radar.
Yeah.
Also, just a small stat. I don't have it written down, but I know it off the top of my head. Booster and Wired are both tied with 8 plants each to lead the league.
Wow.
That, you think about that.
You don't
8
really,
plants,
yeah.
And they both don't really, you wouldn't think about them planting, which is kind of funny.
Wow.
But,
all right.
Yeah. So, the final, I think there's no better way to start off the award show with the most important award of the season. Most name changes in the season.
For a team.
Goes to Nightmare with Hypnotic slowly creeping up in second place.
Yeah.
Nightmare changing their names how many ever times this season? 4 if I lost count. Hypnotic doing it a couple times. That one was just for fun. We're gonna get into the real awards now, though. However, we did say Navy Clown did walk away with the postseason MVP. So props to him for that. But now for the regular season MVP. Chris, I see you on your phone. I think you should be tweeting out some of these sick awards.
That's exactly what I'm doing right now, man.
That I'm about to be giving out. So the regular season MVP. A lot of talk went in when it came to the regular season MVP. 3 key players stood out when we talked about it. But one was named regular season MVP. I don't think it will be a huge surprise to a lot of people. Nice Maradona winning the regular season MVP. Led the league with a 1.71 KD. Second in the league with 323 kills. He had 9 uplinks and 6 minutes and 25 seconds on hill. Nice Maradona is your regular season
Congratulations,
MVP.
bro.
Wins the Breakout League mousepad, if he wants it. Really nice job for Maradona. You think if Maradona wasn't on that Rush team, I don't think they would be the same team. And, not to say those other 3 players are great. But without Maradona, I don't think they'd be as dominant as they were all season.
Right. And it's hard to choose because you have such really raw talent on that team.
Yeah, I see one shot right in Krex. I spoke to Krex about this, actually. Krex only played 6 maps all season.
Yep.
He would have led the league in KD if he played one more, but he didn't even play enough to qualify, so he's not going to be in any of these awards because he didn't qualify. You need to have the right map requirement for these awards. So I see, you could start the Krex for next season in the chat, whatever you want. Now we have the all-league teams.
I like this a lot.
We have 2 all-league teams, each consisting of 4 players each.
Yep.
This is 8 of the best players in the league. They really did a nice job.
Yeah.
So
I think, wait, hold on really quick. 8 of the best players in the league.
What's up?
6 of which were in the championships tonight.
That's nuts.
That's big.
And the funny thing about this is we were going through the all-league teams, and all of these players, I feel like, could have made the first team. But, with having the limit of 4, we had to...
You had to have like an A and a B.
Yeah, we had to separate it. Not to say all these players are very good. So the first player named to the all-league first team, not a surprise, Nice Maradona, your MVP, led in KD. He's a pure slayer. That's as simple as it goes. But I think we just need to get that one out of the way. I think that one might have been a little bit implied. So
Based on the MVP, yeah.
yeah. So we're gonna slide in with all league first team, second player named goes to Wired Terror.
I'm tweeting this out, guys. I'm not texting. I'm just tweeting this out. Go ahead.
All league first team, second player is Wired Terror. He had a great season, man. He led the league in kills, of course, that we said with 403. He had a 1.22 KD. That was good enough to land him 8th in the league. Really did a nice job. One thing to note, Wired Terror was 3rd in the league in hill time with 13 minutes and 34 seconds.
That's big, especially for a Slayer.
Everybody, thinks of Wired Terror as a Slayer. This kid is jumping on hill almost as much as Chroma, his teammate, who was 2nd in the league. And he was tied for 1st in plants, too. So he isn't just a Slayer. He's a lot more valuable than that. All league, first team, 3rd member named, Meaningful. That one, might raise a couple eyebrows. Meaningful, slow, quietly had an amazing season. 9th in the league with a 1.14 KD. 2nd with 18 uplinks. He was 2nd to Booster with the league in uplinks. And he really just had a great all-around season.
Yeah.
He had to deal with losing 3 great teammates halfway through the season, getting 3 additional great teammates. He really was a great captain, to add 3 great players on top, after losing 3.
Yeah.
He got into the playoffs. They did a really nice job on Tuesday. Meaningful lands his spot on this all-league first team. The final spot for the all-league first team,
None other than
Booster Flames. Booster Flames, I think, might be the most underrated player in the league. I think that might be safe to say. Him and Meaningful, I feel like they're on teams that have such great players around them.
Right.
Flies under the radar. Booster Flames, 7th in KD. Led in uplinks. Tied for 1st in plants. This guy is a Slayer. He's a perfect support player to complement Navy Clown up front. They really do a great job together. And he did a great job, landing him a spot on the all-league first team. Now,
are you gonna jump to the B team?
well, don't call them the B team. That's insulting.
Are you gonna jump to the second all league team? Scrizzle, I see you with that follow. Thank you. Are you gonna jump to the second team?
Yeah, don't call them the B team. That's insulting.
Before we do, please, guys, go down below. We're live tweeting all of the awards right now. Follow us on Twitter. It's at Breakout League. Also, if you have not yet done so, go subscribe down below in the panels. Click that subscribe button. It'll bring you to Game Wisp. $5 a month. What a steal. Am I right?
I mean, I spend $5 on horrible things all the time, so why not just spend it here?
Yeah, think about it. Think about the one thing. Think about all the things you spend $5 on in a month.
You know what? If you're trying to watch your weight too, instead of spending the $5 to go to McDonald's, just bring it here so that you don't have that. So next time you're driving home from work or school, you'd be like, "Oh, I'm gonna go get a burger." Oh wait, I don't have $5.
Exactly.
Because we have it.
You know
now.
why? You know why you don't have the $5? Because you gave it to the community.
You gave back. You
gave
paid
it.
You paid it forward.
You paid it forward. There you go. You paid it forward.
You did a good thing.
You're helping out the community. You're helping out the love handles. You're helping out everybody.
Your girlfriend's gonna love it. We're gonna love it.
Or your future girlfriend.
Or whatever.
Everybody wants their.
All right, I think we're beating this
we're
horse
beating
a little
it
too
down.
hard.
All right,
here.
back to the awards.
We're beating off this horse a little too hard. So now we have all league second team. Don't call them a B team.
I'm sorry, it's not a B
These
team.
four
I'm
players
sorry.
are electric.
I know.
So don't call them a B team.
They would all kick my butt in Call of Duty. They have.
Okay, all league second team. First player on this list so far, Original. Came into the league electric. Broke his wrist, made a return, led his team to the finals. Came up short, sadly, but did come away with $100. Coming in second place. 6th in the league in KD with a 1.23. He led his team with 10 uplinks. He played, he did play OBJ when he could, when Slinksy wasn't doing his thing. Original really stepped in, did a nice job for his team. All league second team, second member named is Viper of Rush. Viper was 2nd in the league in KD with a 1.48.
Yep.
Some may think, oh, Viper should be on the first team. He was dominant, and yes, he was. The reason why we did it this way, Viper, his secondary stats, like time on hill and uplinks, they didn't stand out as much But he was just a pure slayer. He slayed everything, and he just did a phenomenal job.
That he did.
You know, he did well enough to land himself on this list. So, great job. All-League second team, third member named. Fourth in the league in KD with a 1.35. Led the league in most times, being accused of keyboarding, and it goes to Avino. He lands himself a spot on this All-League second team. You know, he bounced around a little bit.
Yeah.
He slayed out wherever he went, though. He did a nice job. He played here in the finals. Sadly, you know, not coming away with the victory, but did a nice job. Avino landed himself on the All-League second team. The final player named to the All-League second team is also your playoff MVP, and that is Navy Clown. Navy Clown quietly had an amazing season. He just fell short of the KD leader. He had a 1.12, and I believe the lowest might have been a 1.14. So he just fell short of making the top 10.
Yeah.
Along with
Just barely.
being a top OBJ player in the league. He had a great time on Hill. He had a good amount of uplinks. You know, not Booster Flames level, but he did have a good amount of uplinks. And his playoff, this doesn't have anything to do with playoffs, but he did step up in the playoffs. So really nice job. Props out to Navy Clown. You know, I feel like one of the more underrated players. I do have, just real quick, a couple honorable mentions that I feel like, you know, we should just throw them out there because it was so difficult to name just 8 players that we had so many good ones. So give a quick shout out to Jibby, almost landing himself a spot on this list. Came very close. I believe he was 10th in the league with KD. Snivy, a member of Supreme. He also had a very nice KD, but you know he didn't have the uplinks and hill time to land himself a spot, sadly. Really, though, had a nice season. And Slinksy, who led the league in KD, had a 1 KD. Led the league in hill time. Sorry about that. But he only had a 1 KD. And he unfortunately fell short of this list. And I believe those might be all of the awards that I have.
Fantastic. All right. Well, guys, congratulations, award winners. You guys did a fantastic job this season so far. Definitely.
So far. Season's over.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did a fantastic job this season. You know, I'm still in the groove. But guys, fantastic performances.